Hey guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to the episode of the Concrete World Let's Build. How you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I know I am, and I'm glad to be back. Last episode, we went ahead and turned this entire area into the lime green concrete and concrete powder. We built this little Stonehenge thing, laid out areas for roads and buildings, and really, I had a lot of fun, and I think you guys did as well. Got a couple comments that sort of will lead me into what we're doing today. But I just wanted to say thank you guys. You've been a tremendous support thus far into the series. It's raining yet again. And I gotta thank you for that, because I don't expect something like this, a series like this, to do well to a broad majority of people. You know, it's something I like. And I'll keep making these videos no matter how they turn out. And when I say how they turn out, that is in your response, not if they're good or bad. If it's a bad video, I just won't upload it. But yeah, thank you guys for that. And finally, let's get into today's episode. So off camera, I went ahead and built this little hut. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I've considered adding this layer as well. I don't know. I don't want that to be too big, and it's in a small house like this, it's kind of difficult not to be. But basically what this little is it's a very small circle with, you know, I guess it's 7 block diameter. So really tiny, and I like the shape of it. And it has this little furnace sort of, fireplace. It's a fireplace, not a furnace. Right here in the corner. But as we're using concrete, we don't have stairs, we don't have slabs or anything like that that will allow me to turn this into a little bit more of a circular shape. So I apologize for that. But I think the little hut, the little cone shape look for it worked out really well. And I like the idea of having the powder down here as the base, because it allows to break up the textures a little bit, give it a little bit more detail, because without it, guys, this is a very basic build, and everybody could do it. Literally, if you can't come up with something like this, guys, I don't know. It feels like this is something that even the most basic Minecraft builders should be able to do. So there's that, and I think it's kind of cool. And we have this black concrete as the floor in here because we need a different floor. We have red as if it looks like, you know, they just got done burning something and the ashes are there. But it's still just sort of, it's hot. So it's red hot on the ashes, on the little coals in there. Obviously we can't use netherrack because this is trying to go all concrete. And it just, I thought it would be kind of weird to use anything other than concrete, so we went with red there rather than the gray for like dead, you know, the coal's been burnt out, because that just, I don't know, it's so much gray. I don't want to use any more gray in that area, so I plan on continuously adding 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 somewhere else of a very similar variation to this. Probably won't do it exactly, you know, structure by structure, you know, block by block, just for the fact that I want to have a little bit of variety here. I don't want everything to be the exact same. I know we may end up with a lot of similarities in the builds, and I'm okay with that. And you can see how small the foundation is. Very tiny. I can actually do it on camera pretty well, just for the fact that there's not much to it. I mean, that's really it, guys. I mean, there's not much to the build, but you know, I want to have a little bit of uniqueness to each and every one of them. I don't want to have that be the exact design everywhere, so we're gonna make each and every one of them a little bit unique, which I feel will add a nice sort of, you know, variety. I've used that word already a couple times this episode, and I will continue to do so because it's a good word. It is a good word, and it allows me to convey what I'm trying to get across. Oh, I missed that. Wait, did I place that? Oh yeah, I placed that extra. I was like, what am I doing here? All right. So almost done. Almost done with this one. That's just how quick these things go, actually. It's very nice. And get these done pretty darn quick. I did that wrong. That's not... Yeah. That's it. Alright, so that is what they look like without a furnace. And I added the furnace for a little bit of color, and just for something a little bit more detail into the build. And it makes it look a little bit more realistic. I mean, we don't know the climate of this place yet. I do know it rains a lot, so it would be nice to have an area to keep warm by the fire, because when it rains, I mean, damp and, wet clothes is just uncomfortable. So, there we go. There's another one of these. Not entirely sure what I want to do with decoration yet. And I'm just going to keep building these while I talk to you, because I finally have an idea of what this place actually is and what purpose it's going to serve. So, this area is going to be a little bit of a religious area. So we went over that last episode. We talked about how that area is Stonehenge. It's our version. Obviously, it's not exact replica or anything like that of Stonehenge itself. But I think we did a fantastic job with ours. I really like how it looks. I think it was a nice little addition. Hold on. I don't want to screw this up. Yeah, just like that. See, I can come up with it. Came up with it pretty easily. But I am tending to forget where blocks go. There we go. And I think it just comes all the way around, doesn't it? And it goes up like that. And then like that. I think that's it. Yeah, wow, that goes up really quick. So anyways, since it's a religious area, we're going to have very religious people here. And this is going to be one of our tribes. And I've come up with ideas because what I did is last episode I asked for what people wanted to see. And I got 2 great comments, one from Muchochar and one from Traven. And they both were great ideas. Traven wanted these guys to be like monks, and Mucho wanted these guys to be like just tribesmen, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the two. First of all, thank you guys for the suggestions. And what we're going to do is we're going to combine it, and this is going to be one of our many tribes. And these guys are going to be monks. So there we go. We added them both together. And I think it should be a kind of a cool concept because, these guys, they're considered higher class. Yet they live in huts. And that's just their way of life. It's what they chose. They want to be able to be out here and worship our little Stonehenge area. It's their life. That's how they're going to live it. And I think it'll add a nice little bit of lore, which I've been looking for in this series, and that'll be really fun, because it could definitely be really cool. In the actual storyline, you stumble across this place, and in each one of the houses you have to go to and talk to the people about, what certain things are, and maybe you found something and they need to look it over because they're monks and they know a lot about the history of the area and stuff like that. And everybody sort of regards them as kind of important people, but through the government, they're not really anything. They're just people that people look up to, but they have no say other than just what normal peasants do throughout the rest of the area. I don't know if I want to make this one kingdom or if I'll have multiple kingdoms, and whether this is a part of one or if it's just on by itself, sort of like a Washington D.C. In the U.S. This wouldn't be the capital like Washington D.C., but sort of like Washington in the fact that it's not a state, it's its own city, in that it's not a part of Virginia or anything. It's by itself, and I think that could be a very cool idea for this area, since it is actually its own island, and that could be a really cool thing. I'd like to at some point make some map, sort of like that, and take that and put it in like Illustrator or Photoshop or something, and come up with an idea where we have this outlined, and we say, this is controlled by who, this is who lives here, this is their sort of deal, and then I'll be able to add that into the whole map situation in the end, and people can look on over that, as they're going through the story. It can help them out not as a walkthrough per se, but just something that will allow the people who actually decide to play this map a little understanding of what's going on, why they're here, why they're playing, because you know it's kind of it's a cool idea. The concrete world thing. Oh geez, the concrete world thing, but it's difficult to talk about what everything is when you're only limited to concrete. And obviously, I said I will let myself use signs, so we will have that available. But you know, outside of that, guys, there's still some issues in finding what works and what doesn't work. I mean, I don't know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work, but we'll figure it out. These actually out here need to be the correct, and I don't know if I like that. I wanted a corner. Maybe I can just get rid of this backside because it just doesn't make sense, maybe. And what if we took those out and ran this up? Oh, I kind of like that now. That was a good change. And if it looks good on the inside, then we'll roll with it. Yeah, I guess we could use this. That's a fireplace, right? Oh, that looks good. Oh, yeah, those 3 blocks changed this entire thing. Perfect. I love it. Moving on to the next. You know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and try to make these all great. And then I want to do the roads. And I'm going to do the roads, and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, everybody. There we go. We have all of our little huts done, and the pathways are in. And it looks really, really good. I think it flows really well, first of all. When I'm talking about the road, I think it looks like it should. I'm very, very happy about that. What I really need to do is figure out what I want to do with these entrances here. I don't know if I want to just come on and continue with the black. Should I continue with the yellow? I mean, I could. It just doesn't look tremendous. Oh, shoot. I destroyed that. Fix it, please. I mean, I guess it could work. Wouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's see, it'd be that one. That. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't look awful. Just not. I feel like we could do better. I just don't know how. Because, like I said, we can't use anything other than concrete, and that really does put a huge limit on us, but I think that's okay, because, you know, it allows us to be a little bit more creative. We have to be. We can't just use what would make the most sense, because if we did, it wouldn't be the concrete world, would it? No, it would just be another Minecraft world that you've seen before, and you probably wouldn't enjoy it as much. I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much either. So I guess there's a positive right there. I guess that looks okay. Let's see. This was... Oh, shoot. I never even gave this one a little stack. Maybe we should just have this one just have... Ooh, this one could be directly in the middle. That might be kind of cool. What if we did that? Took down that. Up, up. Up, up. This could be okay. And then we just had the fire come down... the fireplace, not the fire... Hopefully there's no fire. That would be bad. So we just have that come right down here in the middle. And then it's surrounded a little bit. I see this working. It does take up the entire room. Wow, that's really not great, is it? Maybe we could have it come in. Whoops. Have it come in here and then just go slightly off to this side. What if we did that? Like that, and brought those down as well. So one like this, and then that, and shoot. Okay, so it can get through there. That's fine. You won't be able to tell that that's there, and then we can put those like that. We'll move this back one, not green. That it's not exactly what I was going for. And then the black right there. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but I suppose we can make that work. Suppose that works. Yeah, we can just Do we want to cover it up? I don't think we do. I mean, maybe make it like that. Something like that. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I suppose we could allow that to work. The top doesn't look very good at all. Definitely not a fan. I think it looks best like that. And then the others are okay. We can leave those. But I'm going to wrap up the episode right here, guys, because I want the entire next episode to be focused on this bridge, because it might be kind of difficult. Another thing, guys, please let me know what you want to do with the water. I have no clue. And it would be very, very helpful if someone hit me up and told me what to do. So there we go. That is what everything looks like. I guess I could update that. Let's fly over there so we can get it done. Alrighty then. And boom. Okay, there's the final. It looks okay. I think it's kind of cool looking. And it's definitely the start to a lot of great things. So very excited for that. But that's where I'll wrap up. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, tell me what I'd like to see next. And if you're new to the channel or the series, be sure to subscribe. This has been Duke. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.